What's up everyone? UFC 324 is finally here, and this card is stacked from top to bottom. Today we're going to be breaking it down every main card fight in the two featured prelims, in my opinion, using pure stats, stylistic matchups, and finishing trends, meaning no narratives, no hype, just the numbers and what they tell us. We're going to be looking at the outputs, defense, age curves, finishing rates, and fight time averages to help figure out not just who wins, but how these fights should play out. So let's start with the biggest fight of the night, and that's going to be the fight between Justin the Highlight Gaethje and Paddy the Baddy Pimblett for the interim lightweight title. So Justin Gaethje is coming into this fight at 37 years old with a record of 26 wins, 5 losses, and a 78% finish rate. Most importantly, 74% of his wins come by knockout. Now, statistically, Justin Gaethje is one of the highest volume strikers on the entire card, landing 6.59 significant strikes per minute with nearly 60% striking accuracy. That matters here because Paddy Pimblett's significant striking defense is only 42%, which is a massive red flag against someone who gives out pressure like Justin Gaethje, but also has the severe number advantage of knockout wins. Paddy's clear path to victory here is going to be grappling, which he finishes 44% of his opponents and wins by submission. But Justin Gaethje's takedown accuracy is low at 14%, meaning he's not going to try and initiate the wrestling. We know this. Gaethje does not go for takedowns unless he's absolutely desperate. Now, here's the problem. Paddy's takedown defense is only 50%, and Gaethje has faced elite wrestlers and survived. Paddy has not faced someone who hits this hard or as often as Justin Gaethje, and we know that Gaethje can do this for the entire 25 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever it is. Another key stat is going to be fight time, where Justin Gaethje is averaging around 11 minutes, while Paddy averages under 9 minutes, meaning Paddy Pimblett will thrive in chaos early, but Justin Gaethje is comfortable pushing a brutal pace into those later rounds, round 4, 5, 3. Now, this fight likely starts to get competitive, or it will start off competitively, but the longer that it goes and stays standing, the more it will favor Justin Gaethje. My prediction for this is going to be Justin Gaethje by TKO or knockout in numbers rounds 2, 3, or 4. Otherwise, I do see a late round submission win for Paddy, but my overall bet is going to be Justin Gaethje by knockout. Next, we have the co-main new bantamweight fight, which is now Sean O'Malley versus Song Yadong after Amanda Nunes and Kayla Harrison's fight got scrapped and thrown to the side. Sean O'Malley is one of the most efficient strikers that the UFC has seen. He lands 6.30 significant strikes per minute with 61% striking accuracy, while absorbing far less damage than Song Yadong. Biggest factor here is going to be distance. Sean O'Malley has a 5-inch reach advantage, and Song's striking accuracy sits at 44%, meaning he struggles against other long technical strikers such as Sean O'Malley, Corey Sandhagen. Song is very durable and his strong takedown defense at 74%, but Sean O'Malley doesn't need to wrestle here. He needs to win this fight simply by controlling the range, landing clean shots, and avoiding prolonged exchanges in the pocket. Song Yadong tends to go to the decision. Nearly half of his wins come that way, and that actually plays into O'Malley's strengths over 5 rounds. My prediction is going to be Sean O'Malley by unanimous decision or knockout, but most likely it's going to go to a decision. Next, we got one of the bigger guys, the heavyweight fight on the main card between Waldo, Salsa Boy Cortez Acosta, and Derek the Black Beast Lewis. This fight is very simple, which makes it incredibly dangerous. Derek Lewis, we know, has an 83% knockout rate, and despite only landing 2.51 significant strikes per minute, it only takes one for him to put anyone in the heavyweight division's lights out. Cortez Acosta absorbs over 3.5 significant strikes per minute, which is risky against someone such as Derek Lewis with that amount of power. Lewis has also a lower striking defense at 41%, meaning he can be hit, but heavyweights rarely survive the clean shots that Lewis can land. Cortez Acosta is more technical and more active, but history tells us when Derek Lewis lands early, the fights end fast. Give me Derek Lewis by round 1 knockout, maybe round 2, but I don't see it going past the first round. Next, we got a women's flyweight division fight between Natalia Silva and Thug Rose Namajunas. Just looking at it, we know that Natalia Silva is going to have a bit of an advantage here. She's quietly built up and become one of the most impressive fighters on the card, riding a 13-fight win streak with an elite takedown defense. Speaking of that defense, she has a 92% takedown defense, which is absolutely crucial against Rose Namajunas. who relies pretty heavily on grappling and control. Silva also absorbs fewer strikes per minute while landing more in volume. Rose does have that championship experience, but statistically, she's been trending towards decision wins, and Silva's pace and movement makes her incredibly difficult to control for long stretches. This might look like a more technical fight where Silva wins more rounds with movement, defense, and output. So I'm going to go with a prediction of Natalia Silva to win by decision. Featherweight main card opener for UFC 324, and that's going to be Arnold Allen versus Jean Silva. It's a great matchup. They're very evenly, I'd say aggressively, Jean Silva has a big advantage here. Defensively, Arnold Allen has the advantage. Jean Silva, we know, is explosive. He has a 94% finish rate, which tells you everything you really need to know about him, but that also means he's less proven in the longer fights. On the other hand, we got Arnold Allen, who has gone the distance 12 times in the UFC and everything, showing durability, composure, and fight IQ. I believe if Silva doesn't get an early finish in this fight, then Allen's defense and pace should allow him to take over as the fight goes on. My official prediction, and this is a tough one, give me Arnold Allen by decision or Jean Silva by knockout or submission. I think in the earlier rounds, Silva is just way too dangerous to be underestimated, but in the later rounds, Arnold Allen will take over this fight. Next, in my opinion, the first featured prelim of the night is a bantamweight matchup between number 2 ranked Umar Nurmagomedov and I think number 6 or number 10 ranked Davison Figueiredo. In my mind, it's a classic youth versus experience matchup. Umar Nurmagomedov, as we know, has a strong striking efficiency and elite wrestling defense with 79% takedown defense, and has a much higher output than Davison Figueiredo himself, meaning he's going to have a big advantage there. I think that Davison is very dangerous early on, but when the later rounds, over 3 rounds, Umar's control and the consistency should help him win. I'm going Umar Nurmagomedov by decision. Be sure to let me know what you think about that, though. Next, we got the featured prelim in middleweight division. Very, very, very excited for this fight. I love watching Atiba, the Silent Assassin, or the Storm now, Gautier, go up against Andre Pulyaev. We know that Gautier is pure violence with an 89% knockout rate, an average fight time under 4 minutes, and a massive reach and height that makes him extremely dangerous early on. Pulyaev absorbs significantly more damage here, and that means that it's a very bad formula for them. My prediction is another first-round knockout win for Atiba Gautier. When you put all these matchups together, I'd say UFC 324 shapes up as a night of late round pressure, technical decision, and explosive finishes. It's a great card overall. Let me know below which predictions you agree with and which ones you think will go the other way, and I will see you after the fights.